If you know me, you know that there are few things in life that I enjoy more than being underestimated. But in hindsight, because in the moment it hurts, it stings, it makes you question your self-worth, it makes you question everything you've built. And I think I've come to embrace them because I've had a lot of these moments. There's one that specifically comes to mind, top of my head, and I need to share this. I was brought into to create a new MBA program for a top business school. And I was very excited. It was a big deal to me. And one of the very first in-person meetings to meet some of the other administrators and leaders at the business school. And I'll never forget that one individual, upon shaking my hand, made a comment that was like, "Oh, so we really weren't sure how to prepare for a meeting with you. Like, should we have done jumping jacks, like maybe worn workout clothes?" It wasn't a joke. It was a jab. All they knew about me was surface level, that I had done YouTube workout videos on YouTube. I did burpees and jumping jacks and more leg warmers on YouTube. To them, that's all they saw. They just saw this young girl that did jumping jacks on YouTube. They didn't see strategy. They didn't know that it had been my MBA thesis project that later got investor money, that became one of the very first online subscription models for women's fitness platforms, or that it turned into a digital production agency and marketing firm that got acquired by a private equity. And honestly, none of that even matters. The thing is that they immediately took surface level, didn't look further. They wanted me to be just the YouTube girl. Clearly, that's why I was there, just because I was a random YouTube girl and didn't belong there. So basically, I had three options in that moment: defend myself, shrink, and shut down, or find another way in. And so I chose the third option. And honestly, I resonated with them and tried to take their perspective and validated them by saying, honestly, if I was in your position, I would probably be thinking and saying the exact same thing. So thanks for at least, voicing it, putting the elephant in the room out in the open. Actually, the company you're referring to, it actually got acquired by a PE firm. And the curriculum that I've developed has already been implemented at another top business school, to sort of give like this idea of like, they didn't trust me, they didn't know me from Adam, but they knew the other school, they knew what a PE firm acquisition was like, that it gave me some level of validation, of credibility by borrowing it from somewhere or something that they already trusted. And with that, the energy in the room entirely shifted. We talk a lot about trust because it's the currency of influence, and charisma, that gets you attention. But validation is a lever, a way to pull the lever when you need validation, especially when you are in a room full of cynics, when there is no trust, especially when they don't want to like you or buy into your idea or defensive or whatever that is. And validation doesn't mean agreement. It means I see you through your lens, here's proof through it. Because when people don't know your story, they default to the simplest idea of it. They don't look through the layers. Your job isn't to fight the label, it's to reframe it through a lens which they understand and respect. So before you persuade, you have to validate. So what does that mean? Borrow trust from platforms, from people, from organizations, from businesses, somewhere that they already respect and trust. And then translate your language into their language. And here's what no one says out loud. Trust is the lever, but validation is how you pull it. Especially when the odds, better yet, the egos, aren't in your favor. And I have to know, it's not soft, it's not submissive, it's strategic. Especially in a room that doesn't quite get you or your business or your idea or whatever it is. Because honestly, oftentimes your biggest doubters are not your obstacles. They're your biggest opportunity. For example, people that have a really bad experience or complain about a brand, and then that brand or that person makes it up to them and they get on better terms, they actually become more loyal, bigger advocates for that brand or that person. The haters become the lovers, the most loyal of all. And you can do the same with this situation. That's why your biggest opponents become your biggest opportunities. If you pull that lever in their language in a way that's going to resonate with them. Meet them where they are, speak in their terms, and reframe the story so that it speaks their language. Next week, I'm going deeper into something called persuasion, which is how to shift belief before you even say a word. Also, call to action, get it first at amandarussell.com/newsletter. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe bell, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys keep me going. Really, really love. I don't get a lot of comments, so any ones I do get, I get really, really, really excited. I become your biggest fans, probably, clearly shameless. And honestly, if you know someone that is walking into a room where they might be understood, share this with them. Because influence isn't just about charisma. It's about understanding what people already trust and knowing how to translate your value into that language. All right, that's it for this week. Again, don't forget to subscribe, post a comment below. I want to hear if this helped you in any situation or reminded you of one of those cringe moments. Really, really enjoy getting to do these on this channel. Huge hugs, and I will see you back here next week.